enough to seize them, as could the accession of a child to the throne, something that happened several times during the period covered by this book, and which inevitably caused sharks to circle. That the very idea of a child king could be contemplated in a society where a monarch was also expected to be a war leader demonstrates the importance to contemporaries of the concept of dynastic power. And dynasties, however great or small, are formed by people. This book is not a biography of any single individual, nor a narration of any single event. It is rather the tale of two intertwined dynasties that shaped the present and the future of England and France, told through the stories of the people involved. A symbol used frequently in the Middle Ages was that of Fortune's wheel, turning to raise some up and make others fall, and this is an image that perfectly illustrates the shifting balance of power between the two dynasties. The lands under the control of the English king once reached to within a few miles of Paris, and those ruled by the French house at their apogee crossed the Channel and encompassed London itself. In order to tell this tale, I will concentrate on the relationship between the houses, not on activities that either of them carried out individually. So, for example, the struggle for the English throne between Stephen and Matilda will not be a main focus, and nor will Edward I's campaigns in Wales or Scotland, neither will Louis VII's crusade to the Holy Land or the French Albigensian Wars. This emphasis on the interrelationship is also why the book opens in 1100 rather than, say, 1066. 1100 marked the first moment of real dramatic interaction between the dynasties. Two Houses, Two Kingdoms covers some ground that will no doubt be familiar, but it will also include plenty of other material that is much less well known, particularly to English-speaking listeners. There is a tendency in Anglophone writing about this period to concentrate on the trials and tribulations of the English ruling house. It becomes the major protagonist, while the French only make sporadic appearances when they need to serve as antagonists. This will not be the case in this book, where I will genuinely seek to tell the story of the relationship from both sides. Another feature of some earlier historical writing, when it focuses on the big picture of kingdoms and politics, is a lack of attention to women. Thankfully, this has been addressed in recent years with a notable flowering of studies on queenship and the publication of biographies of female individuals and works that bring to light the reality of women's lives in the Middle Ages. I will capitalize on this movement by featuring the stories of a number of pivotal female characters alongside their male contemporaries. Some of these women are well known, such as Eleanor of Aquitaine, the only woman ever to be queen of both France and England, and Blanche of Castile, France's regent for many years and arguably more of a female king than a queen. Others are not, even though they had remarkable life stories and influenced the events of their time in different ways. These women may have started off as pawns, but later they carved out vital roles for themselves or personified peace via their marriages. Some disrupted the reigns of kings, even though they spent their lives locked away, and many would fight by any means necessary to secure the future of their children and their dynasty. Sources. There is a wide variety of primary sources available for the study of our period. Some are official records, such as charters, grants, financial and exchequer documents, and I will refer to these where appropriate, along with letters, both private and public, letters patent, where they remain extant. In order to put flesh on the bones of the story about people, however, we need to know more about what contemporaries thought of them, what was said of them, and how they were depicted in the popular media of their own day. To this end, the book relies to a great extent on the more narrative sources available, the accounts of chroniclers and other observers. Of course, these writers all had their own biases about their subjects, as do modern historians, of course.